It's time for the real estate top performers, and they are here to tell you about the mortgage deal of the day. The exclusive deal is available to Great Day viewers only, along with the lowest mortgage rates in the DMV. Senior loan officers are available to take your call right now. And I am here in studio with Audrey June Forshee of Remax Realty Services, Josh Green of Eastern Title and Settlement, along with Sam Swan. Sam is a senior mortgage officer with the Mortgage Link, and he's the guy who's going to tell us the deal of the day. But before we do, drum roll, please. Sam, what you got?
Okay, you're not going to believe this, but our deal of the day is a 30-year fixed rate mortgage at that's a good start.
That's a good start.
0.625.
Wow.
No points, APR 3.71. 30-year fixed at 3.625, APR is 3.71. No points. Call us today at the number. And we'll
you
get you locked in.
have to call today to get it?
It's got to be today.
It's only
a today
today
thing. But you've got till midnight. So
let the people know
wait
that
a second. You're going to work till midnight?
That's what it takes.
Come on.
Got to get everybody a great deal, right? So the mortgage 3.625. 3.625 is low.
It's below market.
That is like
it is below
you're not
market.
going to find that anywhere else.
We're basically.
I bought a house 3 years ago, and I'm at 3.25, so
we're
right
there.
back to where we were 3 years ago.
And it is a special deal where we cut our margins just for your viewers today.
Okay.
So call us and we'll get you locked in.
All right. So the phone lines are open. Get that call 833-MTG-LINK to get the special deal of the day. Let them know that you saw them on Great Day Washington. And while you're doing that, though, we're going to talk to you about ways to really kind of maybe upgrade your home, make it more desirable for buyers or not. It all depends on what you think is going to work best for you. So Audrey, let's start. We see this big push in solar panels.
Right.
Is that a good thing for the house, a bad thing? What do we need to think about, really? It's not for everybody, and it's not for every property.
So it's not a good thing or a bad thing. It's in the eyes of the consumer, how they feel about them. Is it good because you can be green, you can save money on your utilities or not? There's a couple different ways that it will affect that way you sell your home. And the thing that I want people to think of is when they're talking to a solar company to get solar panels, I want them to think about the decisions that they make today potentially could impact their buyer when they put their house on the market. So if you buy your solar panels, that's one way of having the panels, or if you lease them. And the leases are usually for 30 years. And if you're not going to live in your property for 30 years, your buyer is going to take over those payments, and you're making decisions for that buyer in the future.
And there's always something else. I mean, you've got so much already when it comes to selling your home, and then you have to think in the future to make sure it's still a seamless process.
Correct.
You know, not every buyer wants solar panels.
Correct.
That too.
That's exactly
and
right.
Also, you know, with Sam, the solar panels, you have to pay a monthly fee, which will get put into your debt-to-income ratio, and you might not qualify for the house. So, you know, when you do the lease, they do put a lien on the property, and when you do go to settlement, you either have to release the lien or have it assigned to the new buyer. And that's not always something that happens quickly or easily.
Yeah, my experience has been that the solar companies are not on the same time schedule as the lender and the appraiser and the attorney. And
they're on their own time.
Yeah,
right?
And so
they're on their sun time.
You really need to be cognizant.
They're on sun time.
Yeah. You really need to be cognizant of the process, and I wish that some of the solar companies would have a more seamless way to do it a little bit quicker for the consumers, because they could potentially hold the settlement up.
Well,
is that right?
Well, sure, and as Josh said, it does have an underwriting implication for the buyers, because they are taking over this new lease, assuming they get approved by the leasing company. They have to have their credit run by them to make sure they're acceptable to take over the lease. Once they do, the payment can run, it could be $50, but it could be as high as $300 for a very complex system. So since that's a recurring payment, most lenders are going to want to count that in your debt ratios to see if they still qualify or not.
And we want to say, too, before we go, think about the roof. If you're putting them on the roof, how old is your roof? You don't want to have to, and how easy is it to remove solar panels if you have to replace it, especially maybe coming in as a buyer? That's a big question to ask.
Also, you know, if you bought solar panels 10 years ago to now,
right,
they're a lot cheaper. The technology is becoming cheaper. It's easier. So as a buyer, I might tell you, take them off the roof because you paid $40,000, where right now I could get my roof done for 10.
Right.
And save the money.
Exactly.
Lots of things to think about and questions to ask your real estate team. That is why we are here. Now, remind us real quick, Sam, the mortgage deal of the day before we go.
Okay, here we go. 30-year fixed, 3.625%. APR is 3.71. Also, I would really highly recommend, if you are thinking about either refinancing or purchasing a home, get your loan started earlier than you think. It takes a little longer now. Volume is high.
You know, a
appraisers
great
getting
time to
backed
start
up.
is 12 p.m. tonight. And call a.m.
Let's
and
do it
call
now. Let's
Sam.
not wait till
Let's do
then.
it now. Let's do it now.
That's right.
Sam, Audrey, Josh, thanks so much for being here, giving an incredible offer to our viewers. Remember, this exclusive offer only for you, our Great Day Washington viewers, available for a short time. You have to call today. Call 833-MTG-LINK to get the mortgage deal of the day. 30-year fixed mortgage with an amazing low 3.625 interest rate with no points, an APR of 3.71, the lowest rate in the DMV. A special deal only for you, our Great Day Washington viewers. One more time, that number, 833-MTG-LINK. Phone lines are open. The deal is only available today. Check them out and also check out their YouTube page. This segment was sponsored by the Real Estate Top Performers. Great day, guys. Coming up, Hip City Veg is here.